This was a very bad episode for King Aegon, who realizes during a meeting of his small council that Aemond and Sir Criston Cole have been coordinating the war effort without him. Indignant, he attempts to order them not to carry out the attack on the castle's rest. Harrenhal has the prize he wants. His master of whisperers, Sir Larys Strong, the Lord of Harrenhal, tells him that the castle is more crippled than I am and will only serve to confound Daemon. Aemond tells his older brother that it's too late to call off the attack on Rook's Rest. Cole is preparing to attack. In Valyrian, Aemond speaks to his brother so that nobody else in the room will understand them. He's clearly fluent and well-practiced. His brother's broken reply at the end shows that he is not. Aemond mocks his brother. While he was busy playing king, appointing lickspittle lackeys to the Kingsguard, and so forth, Aemond was planning the war. Petulant, Aegon runs to his mother for succor. "They won't listen to me," he exclaims. What could he possibly have to say that they should listen to? His mother replies derisively. "Do you think wearing the crown suddenly imbues you with wisdom?" she asks. Her words sting even more than his brother's. "What would you have me do?" he pleads. She tells him the one thing he can do, nothing at all. It's too much for the brash young king. Later, he stews over the indignity of it all before finally making up his mind to take his dragon Sunfyre and head to Rook's Rest to aid his hand in battle. What he doesn't know is that Cole and Aemond have laid a careful trap for whatever dragons the Blacks send to thwart the Green assault on the seaside. Rhaenyra returns to Dragonstone with her own council of malcontents. Even her son, Jace, is angry with her unexplained absence and then shocked by her admission that she went to King's Landing to meet with a licent without telling anyone. When she says she will take her dragon, Syrax, to Rook's Rest, she's met with fierce opposition. Jace wants to go instead, but she forbids it. The Princess Rhaenys says, "You must send me." Her dragon, Meleys the Red Queen, is no stranger to battle. They would have been wiser to send more than just one. Rhaenys and Meleys arrive over the battlefield not long after Cole's assault on the keep begins. She douses the field in flames as men-at-arms run panicking from the field. But this is exactly what Criston Cole was hoping for. He orders signal arrows to be fired, and not far off, we see Aemond and his ancient beast, Vhagar, hiding in the trees. When Sunfyre appears over the forest, Cole is speechless. Sir Gawain Hightower is outraged. "This was your plan, to risk the king's life." "No," Cole replies curtly, before improvising. He rides out and gives a rousing speech to the men. He tells them they are blessed by the king's presence. Aemond's reaction to his brother's arrival is less eloquent. "Idiot," he says bitterly in Valyrian. Meleys and Sunfyre meet in the skies above Rook's Rest, tooth and flame, and it's quickly apparent that the older dragon and rider have the advantage. When Vhagar appears, the king lets out a cry of joy. When Aemond approaches and says "Dracarys," a huge gout of flame erupts from the dragon. Aegon's relief turns to horror. Both Sunfyre and Meleys are engulfed in flame, but the golden dragon bears the brunt of it, and the dragon and rider topple from the sky, crashing into the earth below. Cole watches in horror, spurring his horse toward his fallen king. Rhaenys flies away, but some kind of madness takes hold of her, and she turns back to the fight, commanding her dragon to attack. Once again, the great hoary beast Vhagar and the far smaller Meleys grapple in the sky, and Rhaenys escapes largely unscathed. However, Aemond decides to go in for the kill, ambushing her as she makes her way from the battle. The larger dragon locks his teeth around the smaller dragon's neck, and then Meleys is falling, and Rhaenys is falling. The episode ends before